In today's fast-paced global market, business leaders often find themselves at a crossroads between the precision of technology and the intuition of human expertise. However, there is no need to choose when both can be integrated. I am Innocent, specializing in addressing complex global business challenges by bridging the gap between human insight and AI automation. My focus is on streamlining digital operations and providing high-level executive virtual assistance, with the aim of removing operational friction that hinders progress. By combining elite human strategy with advanced automation, I enable executives to reclaim their time and concentrate on what truly matters: vision and growth. What we offer: executive virtual assistants, elite support for high-level decision-makers, digital operations, optimizing workflows for maximum efficiency, human AI automation, intelligent systems that maintain the human touch. The video you see here was created using a simple, streamlined process that I share as part of my daily insights. For those seeking elite solutions to complex business hurdles, I invite you to join our community. Ready to transform your operations? I post daily updates and strategies on our company page. Click the link in this video to follow us, connect, and discover how we can support your global growth. Let's build the future of your business together. Large companies don't rely on a single magic trick. Instead, they simultaneously pull 3 strategic levers to engineer growth and build a business built to last. Financial and operational discipline. This is the foundation. Before a company can dominate a market, it must have complete control over its internal mechanics. This goes far beyond simple accounting. Know your numbers. Leaders at this level have an intimate, real-time understanding of their unit economics, margins, cost structures, and cash runway. They don't figure out the financial model later. Relentless optimization. They constantly optimize for efficiency. This can mean implementing lean manufacturing principles, like Toyota's famous production system, to ensure quality and efficiency scale globally. It also involves optimizing the commercial architecture, fine-tuning sales forces, pricing strategies, and the lead-to-cash cycle to prevent revenue leakage and improve margins by 3 to 10%. Smart capital allocation. They know when to reinvest aggressively in high-return areas, like R&D or supply chain, and when to return cash to shareholders. This balance prevents reckless spending and ensures long-term financial health. Market dominance and expansion. Once the foundation is solid, these companies turn their focus outward to capture and control markets. Owning the ecosystem, they move beyond just selling a product to owning a customer ecosystem. This involves understanding what customers buy before, during, and after their interaction with you, and finding ways to capture more of that value. Examples include Amazon's Prime ecosystem or Microsoft's shift to a cloud-first bundled service model. Strategic M&A and partnerships. They grow through a deliberate mix of mergers, acquisitions, and alliances. This isn't random. It's about acquiring new capabilities, eliminating competition, or entering new markets faster than could be done organically. Think of Facebook's acquisition of Instagram or Microsoft's purchase of LinkedIn. The buy and build playbook, especially common in private equity but adopted by corporations. This involves acquiring a platform company in a fragmented industry and then scaling it rapidly through smaller strategic add-on acquisitions. This creates operational efficiencies and expands market reach. I know this is a bit of a formal setting, and it can feel a little strange at first. It is not the long hours or the late emails that wear you down. It is the quiet mental load. The knowledge that every decision, every missed detail, every dropped ball, ultimately lands on your desk. In a world where complexity reigns and every decision can tip the balance, it's essential to have a partner who understands the intricacies of your role. I see that photo on your desk, an emblem of your journey. Thank you for taking the time to explore how we can redefine your daily operations together. Let's begin by diving into your world. Share with me the nuances of your position and a glimpse of what a day in your life entails. To help me understand, can you start by telling me a little about your role? Building something extraordinary comes with its challenges. It's not just the long hours or the late-night emails that weigh on you. It's the silent burden of responsibility. Each decision, every overlooked detail, and the occasional misstep, all of it rests squarely on your shoulders. You embarked on this venture to realize a vision, yet that vision often gets obscured by the noise of daily demands, overflowing inboxes, endless meetings, and the constant chase for information that should be at your fingertips. You're not failing. You're simply carrying an immense load alone. At Ingenium Virtual Assistant Limited, we recognize you not just as a CEO or a founder, but as a visionary leader. You deserve to step back from the relentless grind and embrace the life and business you've meticulously crafted. We believe that support should prioritize the human element first, efficiency second. This is where talent meets inventive thought. We're not merely offering a calendar management tool. We're proposing a partnership where we become your strategic ally, understanding your workflow, addressing your nightly worries, and identifying the areas where you seek relief. By merging genuine human insight with advanced automation, we don't just streamline your tasks. We liberate your mind. Imagine a day reimagined. You're not in this alone. You've built an enterprise to tackle significant challenges. Let us assist you in overcoming the solitude that often accompanies leadership. Connect with me. I invite you to discover the transformative partnership that Ingenium offers. No sales pitch, no pressure, just an authentic dialogue about your needs and how we can help lighten your burden. Let's initiate a simple step forward. What's the one task you would delegate today if you had the chance? We await an opportunity to connect and explore how Ingenium can enhance your vision. Our commitment is built on a foundation of respect, trust, and collaboration. We seek to empower your vision with a blend of genuine human attention and powerful automation to create a dynamic partnership that blends seamlessly. Together, we can redefine your workday, the convergence of crisis and opportunity. The artificial intelligence revolution is not coming. It is already here, embracing every aspect of our lives. Businesses, organizations, and individuals alike are incorporating AI into their functioning, and it seems like an almost irresistible force. Despite the fact that 78% of businesses are attempting to integrate AI into their processes, a concerning 77% lack the necessary internal knowledge to effectively implement it. This poses a significant challenge for businesses that might want to capitalize on this technology, as a shortage of human expertise can make it difficult to get the desired results. This gap between the desire to integrate AI and the lack of expertise to execute it is, in fact, becoming the single largest business problem of this era, representing an enormous opportunity for Ingenium Virtual Assistant Limited. Ingenium, your most trusted AI partner. This comprehensive, strategic document provides an unprecedented roadmap for Ingenium, moving beyond traditional support and rising to become the definitive authority in the AI business growth strategy and AI consulting domain. We're not just building a business, we're crafting the future of work. And in order to maximize the benefits, Ingenium would like to encourage everyone to explore strategic partnerships. AI skills are rapidly developing at a staggering 2.8 times faster rate compared to any other profession, thereby rendering traditional workforces wholly obsolete. Businesses are faced with the urgent challenge of incorporating AI technology. A shocking 78% of them express a strong inclination to embark on this ambitious journey, but a disheartening 77% convey being unable to effectively fill the required skills. I am here to rectify this pressing issue. I am constructing an advanced workforce of the future that is exceptionally capable of rapidly adapting to novel technological advancements. This is where Ingenium Virtual Assistant Limited plays a pivotal role. Your AI business growth specialist, offering you exceptional executive assistant capabilities that harness the potent power of AI to transform in these ways. 1. Rapidly accelerating growth. 2. Efficiently streamlining operations. 3. Discovering scalable revenue opportunities and providing definitive expert insight to professionals in this contemporary office environment. We are turning an escalating global skills crisis into a new era of unparalleled business growth and maximized human potential. We are beyond just creating a business. We are building the future of work for a new era. At Ingenium Virtual Assistant Limited, our mission is far more than just building a business. We aim to create a workforce of the future that is adept at embracing technological innovation, giving you the edge you need to thrive amid a rapidly evolving landscape. Creating the future. As Peter Drucker, the father of modern management, put it, the best way to predict the future is to create it. Fortune 500 companies don't wait for market conditions to be perfect. They proactively build the systems, talent, and innovations that will shape tomorrow's reality. How the playbook is evolving. From financial engineering to operational alpha. For decades, the playbook relied heavily on financial engineering, using debt and complex financial structures to boost returns. However, the game has fundamentally changed. In today's environment of higher interest rates and intense competition, financial leverage is no longer the primary driver of growth. Its contribution to value creation in private equity deals has plummeted from 70% in the 1980s to just 25% today. The new frontier is what experts call operational alpha. This means the modern playbook focuses on revenue growth. Top-line growth now delivers roughly twice the value of simply cutting costs or expanding margins. Firms are finding that for every 1% of revenue growth, they can see a disproportionate increase in EBITDA. Revenue engineering. This is a systematic approach to driving organic growth by optimizing all the systems that touch the customer: sales, marketing, customer success, and technology. It's about getting more growth from the assets and customers you already have. Building intangible assets. The majority of a modern company's value, over 80%, lies in intangible assets like customer relationships, brand equity, data, and proprietary processes. The playbook now focuses heavily on measuring, managing, and monetizing these assets. The Fortune 500 Playbook. Deeper insights for market dominance. 1. The Great Shift. From tangible to intangible value. To understand how Fortune 500 companies operate today, you must first understand the fundamental transformation of value creation over the past 50 years. In the 1970s, over 80% of the value of Fortune 500 companies came from tangible, physical assets, land, machinery, oil reserves, inventory, and factories. These were assets you could see, touch, and depreciate on a neat schedule. Fast forward to today, and the picture has flipped dramatically. Now, over 85% of the value of Fortune 500 companies comes from intangible assets. These include intellectual property, patents, proprietary algorithms, trade secrets, brand equity, the emotional bond and trust a brand shares with its customers, customer relationships, the loyalty and lock-in effects that keep users coming back, data and algorithms, the invisible assembly line that drives personalization and efficiency, network effects, where the value of a service increases as more people use it, ecosystem lock-in, the seamless integration of products like Apple's hardware, software, and services that makes leaving unappealing. What this means: the modern Fortune 500 company is no longer just a physical producer. It's an invisible factory where products are shaped by algorithms, cultivated through communities, and reinforced by brand influence. Traditional valuation metrics like price-to-book ratio become nearly meaningless when most of a company's worth doesn't reside in physical form. This shift explains why companies like Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon command trillion-dollar valuations despite having relatively light physical footprints compared to the industrial giants of the past. The risk: intangible assets can scale at breakneck speed, but they can vanish just as quickly. A social platform might attract 1 billion users in a blink, yet a small misstep in user trust or platform fatigue can send them scattering. BlackBerry's rapid rise and equally swift decline remains a stark cautionary example. 2. The 8 strategic frameworks Fortune 500 companies use to dominate. Beyond the 3 core pillars, here are the specific, battle-tested frameworks that separate industry disruptors from also-rans. Framework 1. Blue Ocean Strategy. Instead of competing in overcrowded, red oceans, bloody with competition, winners create blue oceans, uncontested market space that makes competition irrelevant. Netflix created a blue ocean by making movies available online with subscription-based monthly plans and personalized algorithms, rather than competing in the DVD rental business. Airbnb eliminated the hassles of booking hotel rooms and created an entirely new category of unique accommodations. Cirque du Soleil didn't compete with traditional circuses. They eliminated animals, targeted adults, and created a sophisticated entertainment category of its own. Framework 2. The Flywheel Effect. Growth isn't a one-time event. It's a self-reinforcing machine. Jim Collins introduced this concept in Good to Great, finding that great companies all had flywheels at the center of their business. Metaphorical spinning wheels where each turn builds momentum, eventually creating breakthrough results. Amazon's flywheel, documented after Jeff Bezos met Collins in 2001. Lower prices gives more customer visits, gives more third-party sellers, gives lower cost structure, gives lower prices. The cycle repeats. After 20 years of executing this flywheel, it's virtually impossible for other online retailers to compete head-on with Amazon. Each component isn't merely a next action step, but almost an inevitable consequence of the step before, like a chain reaction. Framework 3. OKRs, Objectives and Key Results. The larger your organization grows, the more people move in different directions. OKRs are how Google solved this problem. Employees working with Team OKRs have a better understanding of the company's vision, to 72% versus approximately 50% without OKRs. 60% of employees who work with OKRs have a tangible understanding of the company's strategy, versus only approximately 37% without. Google aims to hit around 70% of its OKRs each quarter, not 100%. This encourages teams to stretch themselves, take risks, and not worry about perfection. Framework 4. McKinsey's 3-Horizon Model. This solves the tension every CEO faces. Investors demand Q4 results, but the future demands R&D investment. Horizon 1, today. 80% of resources. Maintain and defend your core business. Horizon 2, near future. Minus 15% of resources. Nurture emerging businesses with mid-term potential. Horizon 3, future. 5% of resources. Create genuinely new business through experimental, high-risk, long-term bets. Companies like Netflix, Airbnb, and Amazon succeeded because they identified unmet needs and offered innovative solutions, but they did it across multiple horizons simultaneously. Framework 5. Jobs to be done. Your customer isn't buying your product. They're hiring it to do a specific job. Clayton Christensen's classic example. People don't hire a milkshake because they want a beverage. They hire it to reduce commute boredom. When you understand the job, you become recession-proof. Your product isn't competing on features. It's competing on how well it solves the underlying problem. AmerisourceBergen used this framework to develop Cocoon, a revolutionary packaging solution for transporting temperature-sensitive clinical trial materials across continents. Framework 6. The Balanced Scorecard. Revenue is a lagging indicator. It tells you what happened, not why it happened, or if you'll be successful next quarter. The Balanced Scorecard measures 4 dimensions simultaneously. 1. Financial. Revenue, profit, ROI. 2. Customer. Satisfaction, retention, acquisition. 3. Internal processes. Efficiency, quality, cycle time. 4. Organizational capacity. Learning, innovation, talent development. If customer satisfaction is dropping, but revenue looks great, you have about 90 days before that revenue drops too. 3. The organizational disciplines that enable scale. Beyond frameworks, Fortune 500 companies excel at specific operational disciplines that startups often neglect. Discipline 1. Know your numbers intimately. When the author of the Entrepreneur article took over as CEO of a Fortune 500 national retailer, he discovered the company had a very short cash runway left. That fact shaped every decision that followed. Leaders in large companies live by their numbers. They understand margins, cost structures, and unit economics. They don't say, "We'll figure out the financial model later." If you cannot clearly explain how your business generates revenue, it's not yet a business. Discipline 2. Build teams around complementary skills. Fortune 500 companies don't just fill seats. They ensure each seat adds value. They build teams around complementary skills. If you're a visionary, find an operator. If you're technical, find someone who knows how to tell your story. Good collaboration requires balance, not just comfort. Discipline 3. Create structure that speeds you up. Many founders resist structure because they confuse it with bureaucracy. In truth, structure is what enables speed. In a large organization, everyone knows who makes which decisions and how information flows. That clarity eliminates bottlenecks and prevents confusion. It allows people to move fast without tripping over each other. Discipline 4. Focus relentlessly. Big companies know how to prioritize. They are relentless about aligning people and resources with their top goals. If they don't align financial, human, and technology resources, the result is chaotic and inefficient. AmerisourceBergen established an innovation board with ring-fenced funding, clear processes for ingesting new ideas, stage-gate reviews, and executive sponsorship. This structured approach ensures that innovation efforts are aligned with strategic objectives. 4. The new competitive advantage. Platform-powered agility. In today's volatile landscape, Fortune 500 companies are using platforms as strategic accelerators, not just operational tools. The enterprise advantage.